So today we have quite a few little things to do with this car. Brakes need new pads. I took apart the front a little bit. This little clip was broken and the headlight was kind of sagging, and I couldn't mount the bumper properly, so I took it apart. I put a new clip. That one I just again took it apart just to check how this one was, and it seems to be fine. Yeah, we also need to service the thing. The cam cover gasket is pissing oil. It's just literally everywhere. It drains down the block. The gearbox is covered in oil, so I got a new gasket. I have a new filter. It's a very basic paper filter, nothing fancy. We have brake pads, and if I have time today, I want to put the cutback exhaust on it. So because currently it's just sitting without anything, you can see there's a hole here. The reason being, I put the stock exhaust from this car on the blue one, and the blue one is now for sale, and I received a few offers, not money wise but swap wise, and there's a one that I kind of considering right now. It's I don't know if I need another bucket in my life, but it's another bucket, and I've never had this type of cars in my life, so maybe I will just go with it and see if I like it. I mean, more content for the channel, and probably you guys will enjoy it as well. So I'm just gonna change into something that I can work in, and yeah, I think we're gonna start with the brake pads. It's very straightforward, and I already removed the old ones. We just need to put the we need to push the pistons back in. I have the kit to do that, so hopefully it will go smoothly. Okay, as I said, we're gonna start with the brake pads. Nothing extraordinary about it, like any other car. If you've done it once, you know what to do. I think the only difference here is like two piston caliper, and they have to be pushed simultaneously. Well, for this I have a thing. Well, technically I don't have a thing for that, but we can improvise. Where's that? So this is our piston compressor thingy, and for pushing on the both pistons at the same time, we're gonna use either one of these big one thingies that can help yeah. Usually there is a little magnet that holds this thing in place, but I lost mine, and it's now not quite holding anything. It just falls off. Yeah, it's not the best tool, but it gets the job done. You can see I'm using the pad to create this sort of uniform pressure on both pistons. And yeah, if you just keep on pushing, overall it's working. Just unfortunately my hand is in the way, but if I remove my hand so you could see what's going on, this entire thing would just fall apart. That's why kinda, yeah, it goes a little bit crooked. Like there's more pressure, you can see, like on this piston, not so much on the other one. Let's see if we can realign it a little bit. Yeah, it's going, but it's going really slowly, and yeah, not the best. tool for that. That's for sure. I don't want to ruin the brake disc. Yeah, I don't know if you can see, but clearly one is almost in and the other one is not so much. This dust boot is already, like, there's a little split in it. You know what? I'm not too bothered about it. Like, a new caliper costs like 40 quid, 50 quid. Okay, now I just relocated the pad so it's just pushing on one piston, and I'll try to make it, no, wrong side. Okay, it's going in. Yeah, it's nearly in. Okay. Yeah, now we just need to finish with this piston and we will be good to go with a new set of brake pads on this side, and we'll need to do the same thing on the other, so we'll see you in a second. Okay, I'm almost done with one side. Well, technically the other one is also half done. I just need to put the brake pads in. There's one little thing that I've noticed. It took me not a while, but yeah, it was really annoying. So basically, you see this little tab? This is your wear indicator. So once the pad goes really low, it starts rubbing against the brake disc, saying like, dude, you need to change your brake pads like now. The only thing, like this little tab, initially I put it on the other side, and with that being on the other side, the caliper doesn't clear. Like it goes in, but there is like a mill off, so you cannot put the bolt inside and you can't just bolt it back on. So what you need to do, if you kind of like struggling with that, just pay attention of where this tab is pointing. If it's sitting on the other side, flip it around and you'll be good to go. You see, like there's little tab poking, so this is what you need to pay attention to. Like this is the space for it, like here as well. I don't know if on the other side it's probably going to be facing, no, actually it's going to be at the bottom. Anyways, yeah, I just little thing that I've noticed was kind of like, why it's not going on? This is why. So just pay attention. I mean, it's quite easy to forget where, like this is the one that I took out from, like this is the old brake pad, and you can see like this thing. Yeah, so if you're smarter than me, you probably will remember that that thing just has to point out. Yeah, so I'm just gonna finish the other side and we'll start putting back the headlights, and we can try and change the cam cover gasket. So yeah, stay with me. So the headlights, if you ever wondered how they're mounted, and like the most obvious point is this tab. When you open the bonnet, you can see like there's a 10mm bolt here, and you're like, yeah, that's pretty much it. No, there are two more nuts at the back, here and here. You can, well, if you have a stock car, they'll be behind the arch liner, so you need to take the arch liner off or pull it out a little bit just to gain access to these things. There's also another little mounting point, which, as I said, I showed you the clips. Well, I can show you them now. So there's a clip with a slot, and yeah, it's round it a little bit. So this is the thing. It works like a hinge basically. You slot it in and it clicks in. Yeah, that's quite simple actually. So like 3 mounting points, 10mm bolt, 10mm nut, and another 10mm nut, and this is it. So I'm just gonna put it on the car, connect all the wiring, and we should be okay with that. Yeah, so as I was saying, I want to put the car back together on the ground, clean the garage, because everything is on the floor right now. I still need to kind of prepare for, well, not prepare, but just to finish this garage renovation that I started almost 6 months ago. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, the hinge that I mentioned, we need to get it in there so it kind of pops in. Don't want to break it again because I don't have a spare one. Yeah, it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't feel right. Go in. Can't really say if it's in or not. Okay, it doesn't like it locks in for some reason. It just sits on it. Oh well. Maybe I did something wrong, I don't know, but yeah, it's not quite sitting just yet. I don't know why, there's a huge gap here. Let me try to have a look from here. Okay. Okay, everything is where it's supposed to be, so I don't know, like the gaps aren't the best, but I think I can live with that for now. So the rest is just kinda just put it back together. I really don't like the gap, like you can see it's like not sitting in. I mean, I clearly deformed the wing with my arch roller, but I don't think I did that much damage. Okay, I don't want to break this tab because these are really fragile. Usually they're broken, and yeah, it's really a pain in the ass to plastic weld it because it's flimsy and it's not holding it. It's just a waste of time. So I will bolt it down here and we'll try to adjust with the nuts behind. There we go. So still the gap is here. I didn't put any nuts behind. I don't know why. So the sound, like, yeah, that clip, well, I got it second hand, so apparently it was also broken, but it was, well, it's still better than no clip. So it doesn't click in, but on this side it does makes that like click sound when you lock it in. This and the gap wise is a little bit better, so you can see here it's like not perfect, but again it's not bolted or anything on the inside. I think maybe this wing was damaged or something, which, I mean, that's a replacement wing. As I showed you before, it was red. Maybe it needs some adjustment, I don't know, but the gap here is much bigger, and like I can push it in, but it's still like there's a gap here. Not perfect by any means, but it's fine. So I guess we gonna park it here with the headlights. I mean, they're fine, they're not moving anywhere. They're strongly sitting on the body, even with just one bolt here. I will put another nut, just one behind it, just to make sure that if this one breaks, there's something that can hold the headlights in place. Yeah, now I think we can slowly transition to the engine. Voila, so the airbox is out, and yeah, if you're doing this first time, basically there is a 1, 2, 3 bolts that holding it in place, and there's this little clip that you need to remove in order to pull the, not remove, just to undo it, in order to remove the air filter, which honestly not too bad. I mean, all these dirt is from my dirty fingers. The other side is, yeah, I mean, it's not horrible. It clearly has been done recently. The whole airbox is full of nastiness, so I'm gonna clean it out. But there's one thing that kind of like I realized later. There's another, this kind of like clip, I don't know what to call it, but basically if you don't undo it, you can't remove the filter. Maybe you can pull it with the filter, I don't know, but I wasn't sure if there are any fasteners or bolts inside the box, so that's why I was kind of like a little bit cautious. I didn't want to break anything, but once it's out, you have the access to nice 1GFE, which is, as you can see, is a little bit oily, and everything is coming from the cam cover gasket. I wish I had some brake cleaner. I mean, I do have brake cleaner, but it's in it's not in the can. It's in a big 5-liter jar, and yeah, it's not pressurized. That's what I mean. It would have been nice to clean it off before removing the cam cover. Simply, like, you can see how much dirt is in there. I don't want to kind of like risk dropping anything inside the engine. But yeah, as I said, I don't have anything. The weather outside is horrible. I can jump in a car and buy some brake cleaner. We'll see. Maybe I'll do it, but for now I just want to disconnect all the coils, undo the clips holding the wire loom to the cover cam, and basically give us all the room that we need in order to pull it out and put a fresh gasket in. Okay, still the same video, still the same day. Literally like half an hour, 10 minutes later, I started pulling out the ignition coils. This is cylinder 4. I don't know if you can see it. Wait a sec. Yeah, that's better. All this is oil. So I guess my plan of reusing the old gaskets on the spark plug wells. Not gonna happen. Yeah. Okay, I guess we're gonna end this video here. I will order the full gasket kit so we can replace. I mean, I don't know if I can order just the rings, but if I can't, probably I'll just order the full thing. I'll have a spare gasket just lying around. But yeah, thanks for staying around. That's not me, it's my glove. Thanks for staying around, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.